Hey y'all, Laura here with Cox Homestead. I'm out here in the Rabbitry and I was thinking about something that I needed to share with you. And that is the biggest mistake I have ever made in my Rabbitry. Well, I don't know if this will come as a surprise to you or not, but I haven't done anything crazy like forget when I bred my rabbits or so on and so forth. I have had a few crazy kindlings that I wasn't expecting because there wasn't a fall off. You can check that video right here. But the biggest mistake that I have made in my rabbitry is keeping poor genetics. Oh, and genetics are so complicated in the rabbit world. It's beyond my understanding, I will say that. But what I do understand is grow out rates. And I have made the mistake of keeping some rabbits that didn't produce the largest grow out rates. And here's why. I have been guilty of keeping some rabbits simply because they're nice. They're easy to handle, they're easy to work with. I don't get cut bad from them. They do what I need them to do. They lift when I need them to do. And it's been really easy to raise rabbits because of them. But what I'm learning, wanting to go the more commercial route and to sell more rabbit meat and get the most bang for my buck, is I have got to let some of the nice ones go and look for some more of the higher meat producing qualities. And this doesn't have to be your case. You can keep rabbits whether they're nice or not. But I am realizing I have not had some of the best grow out rates for the past few years. Some of them have been great, some of them not so much. And it's not just my genetics. This might surprise you. I believe that I have struggled with some of my grow out weights using my rabbit tractor. I was talking with Tucker Milling, Nature Crest people at the rabbit convention in Louisville. We were talking about how I was looking for a higher protein rabbit feed. I struggle to get to the 5 pounds by 12 weeks. And some of that has to do with me putting rabbits in a tractor. Sounds so rabbity. It sounds like a rabbit doing its rabbitous thing. But let me tell you, in those tractors, they have a lot of room to roam around and run around. And the people at Tucker Milling helped me really think through that and think that it might not be the feed and the protein feed amount, the amount of protein in the feed. It might be that they're just expending too much energy. So over the next few months, I'm going to practice a little bit differently with my grow outs on tractors. I'm going to cut those tractors in half and see if I can up their grow out weights by doing that. I have also found that completely raising them in a cage, they do better, and weeding out those that aren't producing rabbits that get as big as fast. And so I have sought out some quality breeders. I have brought in a Californian to cross with my New Zealands. And I am also going to be doing the Palominos, which do meet breed standards. So I'm hoping that they will get a bigger grow out rate faster. And I'm going to be eliminating any rabbit that does not produce a large litter and that does not produce a weight that I want by 12 weeks. That being said, there is nothing wrong if you keep a rabbit that doesn't do what I just said. I have one doe that I will probably breed another time or two. She doesn't give me big litters, but she's an awesome foster mom. And so she's worth her weight in that. But if I was really going commercial, would I be even keeping a rabbit that does fostering well? Because I shouldn't be keeping the does that need babies fostered either. And so I'm getting rid of the doe that needed some babies fostered. And I'm going to keep my good fostering mom for now, just because we're tight. We go back. She was my first red rabbit, and I absolutely love red rabbits. But other than that, I'm going to start a hard culling practice, and I'm going to make sure that I am only selling live rabbits that come from good reproductive genes. And I have, for the most part, done that. I will say my first year or two into it, I wasn't exactly aware of all of those things, but I was able to help get some people started raising rabbits, and I hope that they'll maybe come back for even better genetics down the line. Whew, that was a lot. That was a lot. But the biggest mistake I have made is not paying enough attention to the genetics in my rabbitry. So where do you go to find good genes? Reach out to your local 4-H group. Only if they're doing meat rabbits and they have someone that really knows what to look for. I will say my local 4-H group has been a lot more focused on pets, which I am hoping to turn the tides in. I hope to get it more uh, commercial based, more meat production based, just simply because there's not enough of that happening. Even in the arbor world, they are looking for people to perfect the meat standards. And so I'm trying to teach the next generation that, because it's getting lost. We are getting bogged down by YouTubers teaching you how to raise a rabbit in your apartment, which is totally fine. But then it's humanizing these rabbits, and we're not realizing that they have another purpose. And so I'm here to show you that other purpose. I'm going to be working on my genetics, and I am going to help you work on your genetics. And you can do that by starting to look for a 4-H rabbit person. You can also get on the American Rabbit Breeders Association website and search for a breed that you want in your area, a breeder that does that breed in your area. They should also be able to help you understand the standard of perfection for that rabbit and tell them what you're wanting to do. Hey, I'm wanting to raise meat rabbits. I need a good meat carcass. What can you hook me up with? And it maybe you don't get the ideal color, but you get one that has good meat for a better price. Go with the flow. Just start exploring. I would steer clear of just a quick Craigslist hunt. I would steer clear of that. But you could also get on a rabbit Facebook group in your area and tell people what you're looking for, and then ask the people for their grow out rates of what they're getting. Who's giving you the most consistent grow out rates? But if that doesn't matter to you, you can ask who has the nicest rabbits. If having a nicer rabbit means something more to you. And sometimes when you're raising kids, that does. But if you're wanting to improve those genetics, like I am, and get more bang for your buck when it comes to feed input versus meat output, you got to get some good genes. And so I'm working on that in my rabbitry, and I will encourage you to do the same. However, I will not judge you if you don't. And that's okay, because it takes all types in this rabbit world. And as long as we're doing our part to eat more rabbit, that's all that matters. Until next time, eat more rabbit. I'm going to test the sound.